Hello students, today I have you in the most colorful room in my house, and today I will be sharing with you some information about the current happenings of the coronavirus, and we'll talk a little bit about what that means for you. Parents, as we are going through this video, some things that would be really good to model would be saying like, don't like, saying how you feel about what is happening, maybe talking about what you want to do. Like, for example, when I am going through this, we'll talk a little bit about some businesses reopening and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe I want to go somewhere or something like that as well. So anything like that that you can model will be beneficial. And you can even, if you are feeling some emotions when we go through the news, you can tell how you feel on the students' devices. And then all of that, the same thing goes for staff. All right, I'm going to share with you, we're going to keep on going with the same kind of format where we do the South Dakota news, US news, and world news. So I'll show you what it's looking like. Okay, so our coronavirus current state of South Dakota is that we are up to 31 people that have passed away from the coronavirus. And the active cases are at 846. So that's a little less than 1,000 people that are currently sick with the coronavirus. It's not so many people that it's overwhelming the hospitals, but it is definitely continuing to spread. Current hospitalizations are at 70 people. So yeah, the people that have it, there's a lot of positive cases maybe, but only 70 people are actually hospitalized for it for today. There are a lot of negative tests that are going around too, so that's good. And then 101 of the new cases are in Minnehaha County. So if you are in Minnehaha County, you know, make sure that you're being careful because this is the area where it is the most likely to be dangerous for you. So again, totals in South Dakota, 2,900 positive cases. So that's almost 3,000. All right, and if we look at a graph here, this only shows new cases, so this doesn't show the total. But if you look, it was increasing, kind of jumping here and there to increase. And the height of it was April 15th. Since then, it has been decreasing with the amount of new cases and kind of jumps down here and there. If you look kind of over here, our hope then would be that it'll continue to decrease. And that it won't continue to increase there. But they are talking about reopening some different areas of South Dakota. So you can say whether you think that they should reopen, yes, or whether they shouldn't. Some people think that maybe as the number of new cases is starting to decrease, we can start to be a little bit more okay with going out into the community. But some people think that that's going to be a bad decision and that we're going to see another jump in the cases, which that's possible too. Either way, if we do open things up again, we got to be very careful. Smithfield, that was the meat packing plant. Looks like this. And so they work a lot with pork or bacon. And so they work with pigs, and then they provide us with the meat from the pigs. So they have received confirmation that they are complying with the rules, they are following the rules. And so because they are following the rules, they said that they can open up again on Thursday, which is good for the South Dakota pork producers. And it's good for our state too, because we do a lot of the money that is brought into South Dakota is due to farming and that trade. So it's good for farmers that that will be able to improve a little bit. All right, then there's this one. This is now moving on to about the whole country, not just South Dakota. So the death toll for the coronavirus is at 74,000. So that is quite a lot of people. What they had talked about was, in this one, they're talking a little bit more about the economy. So there are 33 million people who have now filed for unemployment, and this is their first time that they're applying for it. So that's 10% of our population in the United States. There are also more than 1.2 million confirmed cases. And part of that is because as the coronavirus starts spreading from state to state, you know, each state is having kind of different times where it has a bad outbreak. And then certain states are recovering, like New York, I think, has been recovering. I think maybe California and Florida have been recovering. And so those states are now getting to the point where they're okay, they're able to start going out again a little bit more, maybe soon. But then other states like our state, we are still kind of in the middle of it. And so we have to still be pretty careful, and then states like us are contributing more to the deaths. Although we're doing pretty well with just having 31 cases, but that is still very sad. The fact that it is 1.2 million, that is less than 1% of the population of the United States that has had the coronavirus. So that is good. Here's the US graph. This is the amount of people with the coronavirus. As you see, it just keeps on going up and down, up and down. Hopefully it'll start to decrease, but right now it's just continuing to go up and down. And that's, again, because it keeps on spreading from state to state, so each state has been kind of dealing with it in their own time. And the last one about the US is that there it has been more uncertainty for farmers. They've had bad news in some way, shape, or form for the last 7 years. And a lot of the people that are farming have been struggling with feelings of depression because they have just not been able to have very much success. There is a hotline that is out there in case people are having a really hard time with just all the bad news that continues to happen around farming. And so hopefully that will be able to help people to kind of keep a positive attitude through it. But there are some people that have been very upset about the farming enough that it has made them very depressed. Current world coronavirus cases is 3.9 million, and then the deaths are 270,000. Our country accounts for about 74,000 of those deaths, which is a little less than a third. So that's a lot of them that are in our country specifically. We also account for 1 million of the cases. This is the graph, what it looks like for the world cases. Now this is somewhat positive because while this graph is still kind of increasing at a steady rate, there was a jump here, and right now here it's not continuing to jump. So we are doing a good job of flattening the curve as a world. Hopefully we can continue to work together in a way that will help us to not continue to struggle with this, but for our countries to work together and share their resources. And I think I did have one more link here for you, but I don't know for sure. I must not have. All right, so that's it for now. But yes, continue to stay safe, be careful. Everyone make sure you're washing your hands really well. It does seem like we're kind of able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but It'll be a while before we can all be back together again. And it does sound like there are a lot of people that, or there are a lot of people that might not be able to come back for maybe months yet to school. So we'll kind of see how it goes. We might just have to ride out the summer this way. And hopefully we'll be able to go back soon after that, or sooner than expected. Miss you all. We'll talk during the Zoom meetings. Please let me know if there's anything that stood out to you in this video that you want to talk more about. Thank you. Have a great day.